What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Nick, that's Jeremy, and we are the Men of Main Street. And this week we're talking not one, not two, but three Roosevelt drops, movie reviews, opening dates, and more info on a Men of Main Street hot topic. Let's get into it, guys. Alrighty, man. Well, it's almost springtime. We got a new festival that definitely started up here.
Yes,
and it's been getting warmer. So how was your week?
Good. Struggle bussing because of the time change, as is everyone.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I was like, I don't remember this being so terrible, and this week I've been exhausted.
You know what the worst part is? I feel like I'd have to double check, but I feel like I was in Disney when that happened last year for me.
Wow.
So I feel like it wasn't as big of a change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Compared to this year, this was a struggle. I will admit that for sure. But yeah, man. Well, I like your shirt there. I've been hearing you're a little bit more active on buy, sell, trade as I've been lately.
Yeah, I made a couple of purchases on buy, sell, trade. You know, people put some great deals up, so they're very hard to pass by, and they're often things you can't get on the website anymore. So if I see it,
like a good insider, you went and bought the inventor's daughter off someone.
Yeah, right. No, not quite. But I did get some. This is actually my third shirt. I bought 3 shirts off of Buy Sell Trade so far. They've all been really great experiences, so I've enjoyed being in the group.
Well, I know we do have a couple new faces that are going to hopefully be watching this week. I had a couple that I had done some trades with this week. Actually, I did one that was even like a kind of like a 3-way trade where I was someone bought it off me and then I sent it to another one to someone else. It was wild, but either way, I get some new shirts on the way. Actually, I think they get delivered today even, so I'm really excited about that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a fun time. So again, if you're new here, great to have you guys. Seriously, thank you guys so much for watching. And we love our fans, we really do. Yeah, it's been awesome. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about the buy sell trade page. It's a Facebook page that is a little bit difficult to get into. If you haven't gotten into it already, just kind of make yourself known on the Roosevelt's Insider page. Post a picture, tell everyone what you're wearing that day.
Yeah,
that's kind of how that all works. You got to make sure you're a legit person, and then from there you kind of are granted access into the kingdom to go ahead and buy, sell, and trade some shirts. So it's a lot of fun. But dude, I like that shirt though. That is the Steamboat Mickey, if I'm not not
from
mistaken,
the
right?
Disney 100 collection. That's why I had to grab it. It's actually one that was a long time ago. It was a Black Friday deal, and I regretted not jumping on it for a long time. And then someone had on the buy sell trade, and I was like, all right, now's the time.
I feel like it's funny. You definitely have a lot of shirts that I don't have, which is it works out well in this case.
I know. It works good for the show.
It does. It definitely does. Keep some variety up in here.
Yeah.
Today, I'm not even going with a Disney shirt, guys. I know it's a little weird, but my wife is obsessed with manatees. And I really like this shirt. This is called Wee Cows. Not like wee, but like wee cows. And they're manatees because they're sea cows.
Mm-hmm.
If you've never been to Disney World and you go to EPCOT at the Seas Pavilion, go check it out. They have manatees there. I think one of them's name is Cider or something like that. I know. They're awesome. They're cool they're cool to watch every day. No, the lettuce for them does not come from the land pavilion. They have to bring it in by the truckload because they'll go through about a pallet a day.
Yeah.
They eat a lot of lettuce. Yeah, but they're really cool and they're fun. So it's a fun shirt. Figured I'd go ahead and wear it for today.
Love it. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, definitely classy too. You really get people want to walk up and really look at it and see what it is.
Yeah, and there's little cows hidden in there. That actually have tails like a manatee, right?
Yep. So you got one right here.
I made him get up and get close to the camera. Right there.
Yeah, right there, guys, right there. But yeah, no, it's awesome. It's a little cow looking guys on here. This one is still available, I believe. Let me double check. No, never mind. It is sold out. I apologize.
Maybe
but it was recently. They'll probably do a restock
on a replay Friday. If you didn't know, Fridays are the day where they typically try to do a couple of fun restocks.
Yeah, no, and keep an eye out too for the app. There's a lot of app specific drops that happen as well too. So always keep that app up to date. You never know what's gonna appear on there. But dude, enough about what we're wearing. We got to go talk about some crazy stuff. Dude, there was some drops this week that like I don't even know if you can classify as drops. And then we got Comic-Cons. Like, what is happening right now? We're not even covering Comic-Cons. We could do a whole episode on just
probably
that.
Could, yeah. Emerald City had quite a few nice shirts. Unfortunately, good luck getting them. But
I had the opportunity. I was very close in getting one of them, but didn't happen for me here. But dude, take us into some of the online ones that everyone can go ahead and grab right now. What do we got coming up?
Sure, why not? Just mentioning they did release a spring collection, which I think is very nice. Good for like the
very
office,
very
perhaps.
Dapper.
Yes, very dapper. The cherry blossom one on the right there, apparently a very, very popular pick that sold out like almost immediately.
Yeah, that was well. We also get tipped off on the insiders page for some of this here too. So again, if you guys aren't part of the insider page on Facebook, Roosevelt Insiders, we'll link it in the description. Go check it out. One of the artists for that let us know about that one. But yeah, dude, look at these. You get even some just like classy, just normal shirts and everything, but they're made out of Kunu, so like
why not?
You know,
gotta love the shirts. I mean, it's all nice shirts.
Although I do gotta say, I wonder. I feel like these are Kunus, but I don't know. I'm a little curious because I don't think I've seen anyone that's gotten one yet. I wonder if it is the exact same material because I don't see the Roosevelt badge on the bottom. You know what I mean? It says Kunu on it.
That's a very good point. Yeah, I don't know.
So I am curious on that. So drop us a comment down below if you do have one of these shirts. Let us know, is it actual Kunu material or is it something different? It wouldn't be Roosevelt's if it wasn't comfy, though. So I'm sure it's something that is just spot on if I had to guess.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I love that collection, man. Very, very fancy. Very formal.
Nice.
But yeah, what else do we got here, man?
I did want to mention this awesome shirt.
Dude, I almost bought this like the
really
other day. Like,
never been to California Adventure. Need the food and wine shirt. You know, it's very interesting. So Roosevelt's, as you can see here, they did a shirt for Disney's California Adventure Food and Wine Festival, which looks amazing. However, they have not done a shirt for any of our festivals on the East Coast yet.
So I want to point something out because I was watching the Dapper D-Gens. Again, guys, awesome podcast. Go check them out. And a good point was made this week about this shirt. It has a year on it.
It does.
So
I don't.
We have
that.
The potential. Well, but we have a potential now to see this year after year, or maybe more for more specific events.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
And I feel like, I mean, I know that DCA and Disneyland they get everything. I feel this is a trial run. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is definitely a trial run for them of like, you know, because think about it. All the festivals at EPCOT all have their own Spirit jerseys. They'll all have their own t-shirts. Why not add a Roosevelt to that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I definitely could see them doing something like that in the future. Again, this is the first time we've ever seen this. We've seen park specific shirts. We've gotten this is actually the second one for Disneyland. Because they've also got the Oogie Boogie one as well that came out for Halloween time.
Oh, that's right. But, yes, I was trying to think. I was like, there's one more that we're not thinking of.
Yeah, and that one's a little bit more like neon-y kind of colors as well. It kind of reminded me like an inverted version of one that they already have. I feel like I could be wrong on that. It's been a minute since I've seen it. But yeah, the only other one that we have that's really that exclusive is Epcot's, which again we have not seen a restock yet. I mean,
no, and I want
HQ,
to say,
make it happen.
If you guys are listening, I will be down there starting the 15th of May. So if you guys want to restock
Scotty,
around
brother,
that time,
hook a brother up, okay?
That would be really nice because I really want that shirt.
It's been too long. And the thing is it's almost, I feel like the time. Almost the best time. No, I'm just kidding. Because this is around the time last year where the Roosevelt's, like the park drop, like all the 4 park ones that they had that came out, the Tiki Room, Haunted Mansion, all that are park exclusives. They came back in stock, like it stayed in stock. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a good point.
I feel like it was around this time because I remember when they first came out, I was like, I have to get them. That will never happen again. And now they're everywhere. And I love that. Do not get me wrong. I love that I see more Roosevelts throughout the park. I love that I can have someone, see someone just walk into a store, grab one, and then like, oh, what's this? And they see the tag and like, this is kind of a cool shirt. I wonder if they make other ones. And then they start looking around. And then they become like us, obsessed.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Right.
I mean, it's to the point, guys, where we start just, we 3D print stuff like this. I mean, come on. It gets out of hand quick, I promise. Our wives aren't huge fans, but it's okay. Just kidding. But definitely interesting. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next, but I'd really be excited to see another park exclusive or event exclusive one drop.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the way this is lining up, I could see our first festival exclusive one to be our Food and Wine at Epcot.
That was my thoughts as well. Yeah.
So I kind of hope I really hope it happens. I don't kind of hope it happens. I really hope. Honestly, I would like a whole new line for Disney World. Although my wallet wouldn't like that, but I think first things first. I need that Epcot one in my inventory.
Well, the other great part is that it's also pass holder discount applicable. So you also need to get a Disney by normal natural right. You need to get a Disney pass now.
Oh, all right.
That's what has to happen, I guess.
I don't know. What I gotta do.
Anyways, man. Yeah, honestly though. But anyways, man, keep rolling through. What else do we get? We got a lot of drops to talk about, a lot of topics.
Yeah, this is the last Roosevelt drop we have that came out today. We're recording on Thursday, a little switch up this week. Is the Mall collection ahead of its series debut, which is not for a couple more months. But they knocked this out of the park. I mean, this one on the left here with the mosaics, that was awesome. What's it called?
I feel like earlier. Yeah, that one is Only the Strongest Shall Rule.
Yeah, love that.
I really feel like I need to get that one. Like that one's. I like the other one on the right there too. That was the other one I was debating. Not quite as much of a favorite as the one on the left there, but that one's the Fall of Mandalore.
Yeah, that's really cool. I didn't even notice when I was looking at my phone earlier when they blew it up here. That is Ahsoka dueling with him.
Yep.
So that is cool.
If you guys don't know, real quick too, just to kind of help some of the confusion here, because some of you guys are probably like, Darth Maul died in the Phantom Menace. What are you talking about? No,
he did not die in the Phantom Menace.
try again, because people are going to do this to you. Yeah, that's going to happen. No, you need to watch Rebels and need to watch the Clone Wars. Okay.
Yep.
You watch those two series. I know it's a bit long. You will be caught up and you will have some incredible backstory on Darth Maul for sure.
Definitely.
He's not dead. He's very much alive.
Well, he's dead now. But spoiler, damn. Anyways, they also released this great polo, probably part of the Breakfast Balls collection. And then on the right is probably one of my favorite hoodies they've put out. I really like the pattern on it. So
is that like lightsabers? It is. I just realized, dude, the poles for it, that's a double-sided lightsaber.
You mean
it's got like his
strings?
His the strings on it. Yeah,
strings. Yeah, I think you said poles.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
No. The strings on it. Look, it's in the middle. It's got that. So on both sides, you get the red lightsaber. That's really cool.
Yeah, it is nice.
I like that. Yeah, you need to get that one. And I wouldn't be surprised too. I wouldn't be surprised too, knowing Roosevelt's, if it wouldn't have an amazing Roosevelt's logo embossed in like the hoodie. That's like my favorite part now, guys. Like HQ, you guys knocked it out of the park with it. I love when I get one and I'm like, this is just so fancy. And then my hood's got the little emblem. I'm like, okay, I'm excited. If you guys can't tell, I like the emblem because I also got this.
Oh, nice.
Just a big old emblem for some reason.
Needed that. They also put out these great T-shirts, which are very retro and a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about this collection quite a bit. There's one more piece, which is a button down, which I feel like they had similar ones to in the past. And they also offer some of the designs in ties, pocket squares, and shorts.
I think this is one of the most unique drops that I've seen in a while. I do want to point out on that shirt with the lightsabers on the left there, that's called Revenge Blades. That actually has different lightsabers from other places and other people on it. Also, I
actually think those are all those are all different sabers that Maul has wielded himself. They have the double. He once wielded the dark saber. So he has the dark sabers in there, and the other version is single blade version that he's wielded as well. So that's pretty.
Yes, that's one with like the curve on the side of it, I think, or so.
Yeah,
that's awesome. But yeah, no, that pocket and tie square set is awesome. It matches that shirt. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I would absolutely rock that, like in a formal meeting or something like that. I'd probably not the pocket square, but I would definitely go with that tie. That is cool really, really cool. And guys, ties are just like they're not. They don't get enough hype. You know what I mean? Roosevelt's is trying to boost that.
When's the last time you even worn a tie?
A couple weeks ago.
Okay, all right.
Sometimes. I mean, now I just wear Kunis all the time.
Exactly.
Either which way. Yes, those were the drops this week though, and that was awesome. I definitely to point out, last week I had predicted a Roosevelt's original drop, which we did get. We got the spring collection.
Yeah.
And I didn't predict Star Wars. I didn't.
We all said not Star Wars, and then they dropped.
We all said not Star Wars.
That's we were like, they're not going to do Star Wars because they're going to save it till May, and then they dropped it.
We legit said that. Yes,
yeah,
you were 100% right.
Star Wars stuff, and I was like, oh, nice.
I swear, there's someone in the like the HQ just going, and he's just like, we're going to go ahead and just totally just undermine us.
Yeah.
So let's see. Hang on. What do we not want next? Definitely don't want a Pirates of the Caribbean collection to.
No, drop. I do not want.
Don't need that.
I don't
need a shirt with a dirty foot on it. Okay.
I don't need a shirt that has the carvings from the Tree of Life all over it.
Okay.
That would be really amazing, but I don't need it. Obviously,
I don't need it. No, definitely don't need a drop like that anytime soon. Guys, in the comments, let us know below what would be your shirt that they don't need to drop, if you get what we're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear that. That is so awesome. Yeah. Well, anyways, guys, that's the Roosevelt's news for the week. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Before we get into that, I think we have a birthday shout out in order here.
We do have a birthday shout out. I had to shout out my niece Amelia, whose birthday was on Sunday, March 8th. It was her first birthday. So
first birthday?
Yep, happy birthday,
dude.
Amelia. We had a great party on Saturday celebrating.
You should have told me. I would have put like a little like noise maker button or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh,
well, yeah.
I don't even know if she's.
So you get this instead.
But
woo,
gotta shout out happy birthday to my niece.
That is awesome. Well, happy birthday, Amelia. That is so awesome. And happy first. And yeah, we'll have to start getting a Roosevelt soon, man. It's going to have to happen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, I do want to go ahead and let you guys know on a little something here too. Before we get too far. I have some very, very, very big changes coming soon. So I'm not going to say too much yet. Just be ready to see a lot of new things happen and a lot of changes that'll be occurring pretty soon on my end, at least. Podcast is not changing. We're still keeping our same rotation weekly, unless you guys hear from us otherwise. Whether it be one of us doing it or two of us, it'll be happening regardless. But you guys will know very, very soon. And that's all I will say right now. But just want to go ahead and just do a huge thank you guys to you guys, coming back each and every week. I know we said it a couple weeks ago, it's not been fully a year yet. But we are on episode 46. I don't know where the time has gone. And I just want to say thank you guys all so much for coming back each and every week. Those of you that do, and just swinging by to hear our nonsense for about an hour. And, we hear about Roosevelt's 3D printing. Yeah. And this week, guys, we promise we are bringing you something towards the end here that is a very hot topic amongst all you Men of Main Street followers here, or sorry, citizens of Main Street.
Yes, our citizens.
And our citizens of Main Street. And we're so happy to go ahead and talk about that. But I just wanted to bring that up there. And yeah, you guys will have to just stay tuned. But next week, I will have some more info for sure to share with you guys. So but dude, now we gotta go ahead and talk about something that's just kind of like right in time for spring. It's kind of like hopping on in here, what I mean?
Yep. And how about like a movie, perhaps?
It's a movie. Hang on. You mean to tell me, where is it? There it is. Oh, it's not quite a monkey. I thought it was going to be a different noise. No, guys, we're going to talk about hoppers.
Yes. So, Nick, you went and saw this movie over the weekend. I have not seen it. I was very busy this past weekend. But, Nick, how was Hoppers? I heard it was very funny.
It was very funny. It pushed a lot of boundaries, I feel like. Very original movie, too. Not your typical Disney kind of movie, I felt. Very big on, you guys could probably tell right away, from just seeing the trailers and all that. It's about someone that is transferring into the body of an animal, a beaver in this case. And they're there to go ahead and do various things to try to go ahead and save what's around them and all that. Which is really cool, but it definitely pushed some boundaries as far as some of the references I think made in there and just the way they act. I do want to point out, being Pixar, when you finally do see this, I really wonder if this is not in some way related to Big Hero 6. Because the main character's name is I believe her last name is Tadashi. She looks kind of similar in a sense, and the storyline's a little bit weird on how the parents are in the picture and all that. So just saying. So that was interesting. And then at the very end, make sure, and I know it's in the theaters, you obviously can't, but when you do go see this on Disney Plus eventually, pause for the last scene. They bring out a whiteboard at the end. You have to pause. It is so crazy, the amount of Pixar references on that whiteboard. That's the only spot, at least that I really noticed, that had Pixar references in it. They were all on that board. Every different Pixar movie was listed on there. It was crazy to see. But yeah, a wild movie. It was very funny. And I thought it pushed some boundaries a little bit.
Did Zoe like it?
She liked it a lot. Yes.
Okay.
For sure.
All right.
It was Zoe approved. It got about 99.9% Zoe rating.
Okay. That's really good.
That was pretty good. I'll have to ask her to confirm that later, but I'm almost certain that's what it was.
Nice.
Because I got that was really good, Dad, at the end, which usually that's what that means.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah. So it was good, but she liked it a lot.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah. And again, I'm not going to give you guys any spoilers, but it was very fun to go ahead and watch. Definitely wasn't like a crazy kind of kid movie. A little scary. I'm not gonna lie, kind of what I was mentioning about pushing some boundaries. Yeah. I don't know if I would take an infant to see this, if that makes sense. Might want to be a little bit old, maybe toddler phase.
Okay.
Because I feel like there'd be a little bit of scare factor to this. Just saying. Anyways, but it was cool, to say the least. But dude, enough about hopping around. What do we got going on now?
Yeah, so this week, Disney Parks announced that there will be a new popcorn bucket coming to the Disney Parks for spring and Easter, obviously based on this design. So Nick, it is time for our
popcorn bucket preview.
Oh, I think the people want to hear our other song that we haven't debuted yet.
Okay, Nick, just hit it once.
All right, guys, be ready for this. I know we're not. Jeremie certainly isn't. Enjoy.
It's a Disney popcorn bucket. Looks so good. Magic colors can't resist it. But Nick, my friend, don't be surprised. The popcorn dream is all in your eyes. Cause the bucket's cool, the bucket's fun, but the bucket comes empty, son.
So bad.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. It is AI at its finest.
It is so long. It doesn't rhyme at all. Everything is bad about it. It just makes me uncomfortable all around. But Nick had to play it once. So Nick,
Does it come empty? Does it come empty?
We'll further discuss. So if you guys,
does. I knew it.
I don't actually know because they haven't actually started. But here's what we're going to do. Last couple episodes ago, we introduced the Men of Main Street Popcorn Power Index.
And do you know what we got a little bit of?
Emotional damage.
Yes, correct. And it is back for us to rate another popcorn bucket. So just a little refresher. I actually tweaked the points so it's a little easier for people to understand and for us to do. So there's 5 categories. Each category is worth 10 points. So we're going to start with Imagineering and Design, which is around like sculpt, detail, like how does it look, the storytelling or shelf presence. Then we have the creativity and originality, which is unique, how unique it is, and if it's been done before. We also have a functionality and practicality category, which is like, is it easy to use? Is it easy to carry? Does it hold a decent amount of popcorn?
You stuffing popcorn in his arms or something? Like, what's happening with this?
Then we also have the park presence and flex. It's like if it's a head turner or you get a lot of guest reactions out of it.
Yeah, like if someone sees this and they're like, "What's that?" Be like, "Oh, sorry, I can't tell you about that."
And then they also have the value and availability, which is basically how much is it and how available is it. Which honestly,
we have FOMO.
Don't know. Yeah, do we have FOMO since we didn't get it right?
Is this Figment level FOMO here?
Exactly. That popcorn bucket had a lot of FOMO with it. But I did switch up the tiers as well. I kept it mostly the same. Like I translated the stuff we did do, but this makes a lot more sense. So it works going for the top down. Your top is the way I did this was to the old ticket book. So your E tier is your best. Is your number 1, your E-ticket icon, which will be your 40 to 50 point range, D-ticket deluxe, C-ticket classic, B-ticket basic, and an A-ticket filler. So they each go in 10-point increments, and then we put it on the scale with the rest of the popcorn buckets that we did rate. So Nicholas, it is time to rate this popcorn bucket. Here we are.
Okay.
So.
Well, I want to say Imagineering and Design. This is a really unique one. We've never seen anything like this.
Yeah,
I like it.
So if you look closely at it, I'm pretty sure Piglet, if you push on its head, will go inside the egg and then pops up. I don't know if there's any additional functionality with it. The other question I actually don't know is how much is this thing worth? But we're going to get to that section after. I'll try to look it up.
I wonder how big this thing is too, honestly. Like, that has me a little concerned.
I don't think it's that big.
Guys, I gotta wonder again. Let us know in the comments. Do you go to the parks with these massive popcorn buckets to use them, or do you just get a generic one and just refill that all the time? I know for me personally, I'd be doing that and leaving this at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I like, these are just too good to not do it. I don't want buttery popcorn getting all in there because I love popcorn buckets.
Yeah, it's really something you would buy and then have a display piece. So for Imagineering Design, which to remind you is around detail and storytelling, I would give this a pretty high because you have both Piglet and Pooh there, which I don't think has been done before.
Listen, I think I'm going to give it. Go ahead. You tell me yours first.
I was going to say a 7.
I was going to say that because I'm going to give it more points in creativity and originality, I feel like.
Okay. I'll give a 7.
7 works for that.
Maybe what? Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. That was fine.
7's
good. 7's good.
Okay.
7's good. Yeah.
Creativity though, this is definitely the first time they've done it. So there's
with the
points for that already.
Mechanism for sure.
Yep. And I don't recall seeing anything quite like this. So I'd say this is probably going to be more like an 8, I think, for me on that scale.
I agree with that. Wholeheartedly. Functionality and practicality. So his capacity is decent. Nope. Like, he's got a round bottom. You can fit a decent amount of popcorn.
Dude, people are going to do this when they're trying to stuff that in there. They're going to be like, I'm just stuffing the popcorn in the bucket. No, not functional, guys.
No.
0 for me. Maybe a 1 if you're lucky.
I think it should have at least get like a 2 because it has some storage capability. And actually, I don't have a photo of it, Nick, but the back opens up bigger than you think.
1.5.
We're not doing halves. We're doing whole points.
1 3/4. No, just do 2. Can we just agree on 2?
All right, 2.
1 point for me, 1 for you. Okay, we're
okay.
All right. We'll deal with that.
Park presence and flex.
I feel like this is going to be kind of high.
Yeah. I wouldn't go high. I want to go.
No,
I want to go like a 10.
Crazy high.
I want to go.
It's not a
crazy
Figment
high.
level one. It's definitely not like Figment level.
No,
I'd say maybe like
6 or 7.
6.
Yeah, I'm fine with 6. And then value and availability, Nick, it is going for $25, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty available. $25 is not too bad.
That's really not bad.
Yeah,
that's really not bad. I'd give that maybe like an 8.
Yeah,
for that,
I'm fine with an 8. I'm with an 8 on that. So this is our total. Let me take out my handy dandy calculator so I don't mess up math because I'm very tired, Nicholas.
Hang on, I'm trying to.
And we scored a 31. A 31 just makes his way into the D Ticket Deluxe.
Okay.
All right. Also, Nick and I did take a look. Our first ever popcorn bucket we did look at was the Scream canister, and we were really difficult on it. So Nick and I went and did a second look at it, just because we were like, I don't think
he convinced
we
me, guys. Well. Practicality was there.
Practicality was there. It was. We were really tough on it in originality because we've seen this in cup form, but I didn't realize all the features that this thing does, like beyond lighting up and sound effects, and it's cool. So it made its way into the D Ticket Deluxe. So now, here's our current Mom's Popcorn Power Bucket Index, and Pooh Bear has just made it into the D Ticket Deluxe tier. So welcome on in, Pooh. We're happy to have you here. Let's see if I can size it right. I'll fix that later.
A little bit of space in between. Okay. All right. Can you make the edges rounded? I'd like the edges rounded like everything else in there. Can you? Looks like you're kind of doing it. Oh, you're cropping it.
I'm cropping it right now.
Wow. Hang on. I mean,
it can't be done. You're crazy.
We shouldn't be wasting time on the podcast cropping images.
Anyways, I will continue. But yeah, that's awesome, man. Thank you for doing that, and I guess thank you for having me re-rate popcorn buckets. I had to have him listen to that
podcast. Is what we got.
I had to have him re-listen to that song, so I guess he got some points for me being able to go ahead and redo that. So
it's true.
Anyways. But dude, enough about the popcorn business. It's hot, it's fresh, it's buttery. But anyways, let's get into some opening dates that dropped today, because today was a hot day for Disney. And I don't mean weather, guys.
No, yeah. I mean, actually, they did get hot down there. I don't know if particularly today, but recently it got particularly warm, as it did up here. But Nick, what is the first date?
Humidity.
What was the first announcement that they had today?
Dude, okay, so I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've been asking Jerry. So last week they started teasing this. They started posting like videos about Space Ranger Spin, and I was like, I got all excited. I was like, Jared, they did it. We should talk about it. He's like, it's not really telling us anything. And I was like, I feel like they're gonna though. We should start talking about it, guys. They gave us a date today, and they gave us another video. Like, we actually saw a lot more now of this ride, and it's exciting. It's opening on April 8th. Literally right around the corner. Like we've been saying, it's almost ready to go, which is just wild to me. But we've got ride photos now. Imagineering even shared a video on it. There's also going to be a nod to Toy Story 5 somewhere in the ride or the queue. We don't know yet. The queue is going to get refreshed, which is something we did not know was going to happen.
Yeah.
And we also get a new ride photo that tells you your score. So now you can actually go out and say, I am a galactic hero, and you can share it with your friends. Look at that.
I don't know if they're doing different rankings too. Like, I'm very interested to see how, like, if they totally changed it up. Is it, or can you still max it out? I have a feeling you might not be able to max out your score anymore on this. So we're gonna have to find out.
I wonder if they're gonna set this up so they could do kind of like, I mean, and again, I don't think it's gonna be anything big, but like maybe do like a holiday like image or like overlay to this as well.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be unique, play Christmas music in there, or just do something with the photo. Kind of cool.
I also hope they updated the face on Buzz Lightyear in the queue.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I hope they did, but I have a feeling I am like 50-50 if they did it or not. Because you know what the problem is with the projection face that he has, it's pretty much foolproof. Like that animatronic, I've never seen it break down.
No.
But we have seen Tiana's, and even the new Frozen ones breaking down kind of often. So it's like, I don't know if they're ready to put that in a queue that's going to sit in front of people at every single second and they have no control over it. You know what I mean? It's not like they're going to go throw a blanket over him if he stops working, you know?
No, yeah, we're not talking about Hondo Onaka here. But no, guys, that is something I do want to go ahead and bring up. You know, I know that everyone is big on the new animatronics, and they're amazing, right? I mean, they're really awesome to see. But guys, to me personally, I prefer a more of a projection mapped face, only because there's less moving parts and things can go wrong. Because you don't have an eyeball that's stuck now in a position as the rest of the face is moving around on you. You know what I mean? Like, there's just different things that are a little bit more foolproof. That I do tend to like a little bit more with that way. Like Jared said, that one's never really broken down much, which has been awesome. I mean, who knows? We'll see. But yeah, that's the only thing that we got news on, man.
No, we got more news.
Go ahead. You take the next one.
Oh, sure. This one kind of made me angry. I'm not going to lie. Not because it's opening, but because of the timing of it all. So excitingly, Soarin Across America is coming on May 26th, which I've been very excited for. I knew it wasn't going to get...
We are ready for takeoff.
Oh, he's even had a buff for it. Oh, nice.
Got a button for it.
And he had a button. I didn't know that. But here's the thing. May 26th, I knew it wasn't going to be ready for my trip. The thing that annoys me is that it's closing the day before I go on my trip to change over.
Shoot.
Yeah, so that whole week that I'm there, it'll be closed. So Soarin Across America, May 26th. So if you want to get your last ride on Soarin Around the World, it'll be on May 13th because it'll be closed on May 14th, my birthday. Ouch. But it's okay. I will live. And I did want to share, they also posted some photos from their recording. So we know now that there's going to be a scene that goes over the Grand Canyon. Which I think we did predict in one of our episodes because that's an obvious choice. So it looks incredible. The way they filmed this is insane. Like every time, I don't know how they do that, but it's a really cool process. It's a really great ride. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I would be shocked if it wasn't another Patrick Warburton pre-show and narration.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah.
I'd be shocked. So
he enjoys that role too much.
He does.
Yeah.
So
it's perfect.
I'm looking forward to it for sure, even though I don't get to experience myself. Yeah, but that's not the only announcement we got today. Additionally, we got news that the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Live will be also opening May 26th. So that will happen in tandem with, so when they have to open up that means the courtyard itself will be opening.
Dude, does that mean the courtyard's opening up? When is that happening?
All on May 26th, but you can't go into the animation, the magic of animation. Sorry, the magic of Disney animation, as that does not open until later 2026. So you can't go draw with Olaf quite yet. Or, yes. Yeah, so you can't go draw with him. You can't go see all those exclusive princesses. But I'm sure they will still have characters out in the courtyard with some additional activities. And you'll be able to go to your Mickey Mouse Clubhouse show. And then across the way, you'll have Ariel. Or the Voyage of the Little Mermaid. So
that's wild. Cool. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what this courtyard's going to look like. And yeah, I'm a little bummed that it's not animation. Magic of Animation is not going to open yet, but I know that they're going to be doing a little bit more to it, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, but what else do we got going on? Because they didn't stop there.
Yeah,
dude,
so
is that Bluey?
Yeah, you mentioned wild, and yeah, we're getting wild because Bluey and yes, Bluey's Wild World at Conservation Station in Animal Kingdom opens also on May 26th. So a lot happening the day after Memorial Day, right after the crowds leave, apparently. I'm sure that the whole week is crazy busy because the Monday is a holiday.
This whole time, by the way, guys, just so you guys aren't, if you're not aware, this whole next month, pretty much until Memorial Day, Disney World is going to be more insane than normal. This is the spring break crowds that are coming in.
Yeah, it is.
So just pack your patient pants, okay? And just be ready for some fun crowds to navigate, to say the least. Again, It's always busy, but right now, especially, it will be busier than normal.
True. Additionally, you have Jessie's
Jessie!
Roundup, which is
Woody's Roundup. Jessie's Roundup.
Roarin' review at the Diamond Horse Review, also starting on May 26th. So looking forward to seeing her there. I'm very interested to see what this is, like what this whole experience is. Like, is it like a dance party? Is it? I don't know what it is. So we'll find out. Also, I did want to mention Big Thunder is still slated to open early in May of 2026. So I'm praying that this is open for my visit because I'm so excited to ride this again. Because last time I went, which was over a year ago, it was already closed.
And guys, too, if you are ever wanting to go ahead and see what Disney looks like currently or what's going on or crowd levels or anything like that, be sure to go ahead and check out some of our live streaming friends. We got Round on the Go. We got Daily Fast Pass with Tyler. We got Disney Parks with Love Janelle, Crazy Disney Lady Tanya. Go watch all of them. Seriously, they are awesome. Shout out to all of them. And thank you for being boots on the ground for us, for those of us that can't be there at all times to go see what's going on. So appreciate you guys more than y'all know.
And with addition to all of this, as we get into summer, that means Cool Kids Summer will be starting up again, which is a great program they're continuing from last year. A lot of great discounts.
I thought it was Men of Main Street Summer.
I mean, we could do that too.
Men of Main Street Summer. Okay, I kind of like that. We might have to do something now.
Okay,
dude, I feel like I'm in gym class again in elementary school.
I know, right? Well, now you get to do this parachute experience with Goofy at Goofy Corps and Community Corps Plaza. He was there last year. But I don't know if this parachute thing was there. So
actually, it was actually more to think about it. Because I remember Zoe playing with him doing this.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think it was. I know Goofy was there. I know she was dancing with him for a little bit. No, they did something with a parachute. I can't remember. I'd have to look. I have videos or something like that. But
nice.
Yeah, Community Corps Hall is always a fun time. Doesn't matter what time of year. Doesn't matter what kind of festival. It's a lot of fun, guys. Go check Community Corps Hall out.
And then additionally, you have more character stuff, as in they're going to have more characters at the water parks. Blizzard Beach, you're going to be able to find Goofy, and a Typhoon Lagoon, Stitch will be there, which is a really fun addition. I love seeing more characters. And here's my favorite part, Nick. They're bringing the characters back to the resorts at Pop Century, Art of Animation, Caribbean Beach, and Port Orleans Riverside. Which
that is awesome.
Such a great experience. Really makes your pool day special when one of these characters are just rolling on by. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
And also, if you are staying on Disney property, any Disney property, you do get 30 minutes park entry throughout the summer, so you can get in line for that Starbucks just a little bit earlier than everyone else.
Yeah, honestly. I do want to also point out something that was a debated topic on Daily Fast Pass about a week or so ago. Parking. So for a while, parking was really a fluctuation of, for a while, resort guests were not getting included parking at the parks or even at the resort, like they're having to pay for it. And it was kind of all over the place. I found out, apparently, if you are a resort guest, your parking is included now in that, which means you can actually go to the parks and your parking's included with that.
I didn't know that either.
Did not know that. We get a lot of confirmations on it. Yeah, but yeah, it's a lot of money. I mean, I remember just going, and again, I don't usually stay at the resorts when I go. But I remember going, and I mean, one trip I spent like $300-400 just parking. Yeah. Granted, I was there for like 2 weeks, but still, it adds up quick. And they're like, "Oh, well, you can use it any other park you want." I'm like, that's great. I would expect that I could park my car anywhere that I would like to on Disney property for that price. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, as a pass holder, that is one of the biggest benefits I get, and I think alone just for that perk, it's worth having annual pass for me personally. Yeah. I mean, even if you did have the lowest level Pixie Pass and you are a resident, it's definitely worth doing that just for the parking alone on that. Because guys, the only free place that you normally would get parking is going to be at Disney Springs, but they do not make it easy to get over to the parks. Although it is possible, it is definitely not easy, and it is not recommended to go do something like that.
Yeah, definitely don't want you to do that.
No, you would have to go to a resort and take a bus over there. And again, the schedules are very unique. Then take a bus from there over to there. It's a process, to say the least. I do not recommend it. It's not worth it. You're probably talking at least an extra hour or two in transport. Don't do it, guys. That's also why there's not a direct bus to go right from the parks to Springs. So just saying. But yeah, I thought that was unique. I hadn't really known that, so I want to go ahead and bring that up. So thank you, Daily Fast Pass and Tyler, for sparking that debate, and we get to go ahead and talk about it. So it was a lot of fun. But anyways, man. Well, enough of all that. Take us. What's our next topic we're talking about here?
Yes. I did want to make a clarification. I made an oopsie. Also, let's say hi to Holly, a guest on the show. She needs to get something out of my office, apparently.
Hi, Holly.
It's okay.
Have fun, bye.
Anyways, I made an oopsie on the last show. Not really an oopsie. It's just a detail I oversaw, and I didn't really realize it until I heard another podcast talk about it. And I was like, wow, that was kind of silly. Nick, since Olaf, I didn't notice that in the Olaf draws thing, they are not live cast members doing the drawing with you. And I assume they were, because in California Adventure, the cast members are there doing drawings with you. But in this experience, it'll be a pre-recorded from the animation artists, and you'll just have Olaf in animatronic form doing it with you, I guess. So it was
all I picture. Why is all I pictured Trogdor right now?
Trogdor.
Way off topic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, way off topic.
Look him up. Just look him up. It's funny. Okay. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
Man, we're way past tired. Yeah. But I didn't realize that, and it's kind of a heated topic. I don't know why we're getting pre-recorded. I mean, I know the animators are all really famous animators, and I was like, oh well, they could stay here. They used to have office buildings and studio spaces for them. They used to work at Hollywood Studios, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just worked there and this was what they did during the day. But no, it's pre-recorded. I don't know why they can't just hire other cast members to do this like they do in Disneyland.
They do something similar to this, by the way, on the Disney Cruise Line. Whenever you go to like a drawing class, this is what it is. It's usually like, they give the paper and it's like a video to go ahead and watch. That works. It walks your way through it. The cast members will kind of help where they can, but again, they're not pro level animators. You know what I mean?
Yeah, these are pro level animators giving you the step-by-step instructions. So I got to give them credit for that. I just wish that they were there in the flesh. Obviously, that this is probably unlikely for them to do it, but I kind of wish. I mean, I would like more to have the non-professional but good drawing person that Disney hires to come in and do it rather than a recording. But it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, no, that's awesome, man.
But
I like that a lot.
We got so much more to talk about.
Yes, we do. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't realize you filled the script right up.
Yeah, we did it a day late, and they dropped a lot of stuff. So we're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna roll through the next couple topics, get to the important stuff. Okay. First of all, back when I thought we had a lot of room on this script, did want to announce that a new Ankole calf was born at Walt Disney World for the first time in almost 20 years. It is a big deal. Beautiful baby calf with their mother Winnie. You'll eventually see them on the savannah at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. How nice is that?
Those I think are the ones that are unique, because I think their horns there, they have like a honeycomb structure that helps circulate their blood through it. If that's the same one I'm thinking of. Because I remember they have huge horns, but yeah, it's like got a honeycomb thing in there, and blood like circulates in there to help cool them off throughout the day and everything.
Wow, someone's paying attention on Kilimanjaro Safari.
I pay attention at Kilimanjaro Safaris because, when we're there, we go wild. Jumbo friends and Quaharini.
Nice.
And if you listen to that, you're on the Simba 1, okay? Every time. It's always Simba 1. All right, enough of that. Next topic. Go ahead.
So now that Josh D'Amaro has moved into a CEO position, Thomas Mazzullo is being named chair of Disney Experiences, which is, you're probably like, why does this matter? Well, if he kind of handles this position similar to Josh does, he's probably the guy you're going to get the most amount of face time with in the parks if you do run into him. If you don't remember Josh, he was often in the parks. And he's very nice to talk to. He's very friendly. A lot of people gave him a lot of credit for that. And not to say that he won't be doing that anymore, but it's more unlikely you'll see him that much in his new position. So he'll be more, and making big decisions.
It'd be a little more exclusive to see him now, to say the
right,
least.
because he's not just overseeing the parks; he's overseeing the entire company. But Tom is here. He's a really cool guy. He most recently served as president of the Disneyland Resort. And before that role, he also led Disney's signature experiences and developed one of the growth strategies for the Disney Cruise Line, including the plans to double the fleet size. So if he embraces this new role the way Josh is, I think guests will love him as well. And with this, kind of made like a domino effect of changes in the leadership of Disney. Jill Estorito will take over as president of Disneyland, and Tasia Filipatos will take over as Disney Parks International. So overseeing like the Shanghai and those other parks. So,
which is kind of crazy too, because Thomas, I believe, was in the running too to be
CEO.
The CEO, yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
I remember hearing his name multiple. I never saw the photo, but I remember hearing his name multiple times come up. That's wild though, for sure. But dude, that's our corporate news. But we also had some more live action movies that popped up. We have Catherine Hahn that we learned is officially going to play Mother Gothel in Disney's live action Tangled. Which I'm kind of excited to go see. She fits that role perfect. I mean, if you know,
the clearest choice, like, there's no better choice for this role.
I wish I could go ahead and play the sound here, guys, but if you don't know who she is, just Agatha's all. It was Agatha all along. That's all I got to go ahead and say. Okay, she's awesome. Go check out. Was it Vision? Was the name of the series?
Well, she was.
WandaVision.
First showed up in WandaVision, then she had Agatha. All along series.
That's right. Oh my gosh, how did I forget about that? That had Aubrey Plaza in it too.
It was great. Great series.
No release date for it, but again, it's going to be it was a clear decision for her to be in there. It's going to be awesome to say the least. And I think this is probably one of the few that I'm really, really excited to see is live action.
Yeah.
Wasn't a huge fan of a lot of the other ones. No, I mean,
I love Beauty and the Beast. It was probably my favorite of the live action remakes.
Yeah. I don't, the worst part is I don't necessarily consider that one, only because that one came out so much further prior to the, like, kind of the reboots of all these, because think about it. We had like we had Snow White. And then right after that, it was, we had Little Mermaid. And then right after that, I know we had another one as well. So I don't know. I don't feel like it was I don't classify that in that category. I should.
Are you looking forward to seeing Moana live action with Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
I saw the trailer for it again at Hoppers. You know, it's unique. I don't know how excited I am, because again, it's the same storyline. These are all the same
people,
same storyline. Right. Literally, those are the same people.
I know.
Literally, just on screen this time. Yeah, this is at least somewhat different. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. It kind of just. I'm excited to see the Pooh, I guess. Yeah. You know, I'm curious about the chicken and the rock. I mean, could we maybe just cook him? You know. Anyways, but that's enough of all the other news. Now we got to get into some prints and a little bit of a Men of Main Street favorite topic here. So, Jared, take us in. Before we get into that topic, take us into what was our print of the week?
Yes, our print of the week this week. I know I didn't get it ready in time for last week because I didn't know what it quite looked like until the festival went live. But this week I made it. It's the Flower and Garden steak that you see in the parks. Yeah, so it came out really nice. There are 8 colors in here. I will have 2 versions. One you can print on using an AMS, or one you can print with using 2 AMSs. Really, in the parks, this is a mint green rather than a beige, but I didn't really have a mint green, so this is what I went with. And I think it came out really nice.
Perfect. They fit perfectly in your Roosevelt pocket.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Oh, your camera's a little up, but yes.
Yeah. It looks
very
good.
Nice. So, Jared, I don't think this should have a permanent home, though, in my pocket. I feel like we should maybe make a little, like, dirt, like, mound to stick this in. Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, actually, you know what I did this time differently than my other garden stakes? I made the white base is PET G, so it's more durable.
That was not a mistake. okay, because I went to go print this and I had to completely adjust my print profile for it.
Yeah, sorry. That's the reason it's Pet G, so it doesn't flex when it gets in the sun. And I'm just hoping the rest of the colors just stay on there.
If you're looking for UV resistant, guys, I wouldn't quite. Pet G's decent.
Better. It's
go
better.
With ASA.
Yeah,
go
ASA
with ASA
for
UV resistance.
It was my first time also trying to print layers on top of Pet G, which I wasn't sure how that was going to go, like switching materials. Normally it shouldn't be an issue, but
I want to. Okay. Yeah. Just no, guys. PLA does not stick to Pet G. It's actually used. It's total opposite properties to it.
But I did it anyway.
Yeah. We did it anyways.
Oh, wow. I did it in this case. You don't have to do it this way.
No, it's just Okay.
It makes sense why it kind of messed up right there, but that's the only part it really did bad. The rest of it,
I am honestly surprised like the layers aren't pulling off right now at this point, because like it's not like when I print something with PLA that I want like as a support material to not stick to it, I print out at Pet G, because that's always that's the way around it.
Oh,
and then it breaks off clean because it doesn't adhere to it. Okay, well that's different.
I never told you about it. Now you learned.
We're learning about it today. Both of us.
Well,
but yeah, it came out awesome.
And
you did a great job, and I do like this a lot. This is definitely going to live in the dirt mound that you should definitely make for it.
Like, oh my gosh, I have to print dirt, and you can just go outside and put some in a pot. You're kidding me, right?
Like, you gonna make a pot? Then this is Meta Main Street on it. Then I can put it in the pot.
You know what? That might be the idea.
I mean, with Flower Garden Festival's going on a long time, so we have some time to ride this out.
I'll definitely do some versions and iterations of this one, but this is what I had ready for this week, which I didn't have that much time to do. So I was happy with the way it came out and the time I had. So
you did a great job, man. You really did it. You came out great. I tried to go ahead and color map it myself. Jared, I don't know. I don't know how you do it. I don't understand. Like, I get it.
The version I sent you was for 2 AMSs because you said I'm going to use 2 AMSs, and I was like, okay, then you.
I never once agreed to doing 2 AMSs.
No, you said in this one I think I'm going to do 2 AMSs. Like, okay, so I sent you the file, knowing that it was impossible to print using one, but yesterday I actually did adjust.
I did it.
Yesterday I did make a single AMS profile for everyone else.
Oh, thank God. It's guys. Listen, it's
just
definitely possible to go do.
Like it's. I mean, I got.
Listen, if you have the setup that Jer has, where they're right next to one another, it's great. My machines sit a little further apart from one another, so I have like 10 feet worth of PTFE tube that it has to route the filament through before it gets into the machine. So like I just hear whang, and it's just like constantly spinning, and I'm like, is it going to make it? And then it's like, oh, we didn't detect the filament. I'm like, well, of course you didn't. It's 10 feet before you get to it. So, and it's like, I even have an extra one. I have 3 AMSs. So like I could go and really mix and match, but I don't have the same setup he does. He's like over the walls for that one right there, but he did a great job. And I'm very impressed, man, to say the least. Yeah. Pet G PLA. Gotcha. Anyways,
Nick's just like dying inside because I did that.
It's just not a thing. Like that's literally like the one cardinal rule. PLA does not go with Pet G.
It's not falling off. I swear. I could.
As he pulls it, it just goes. It just snaps right now. I was like, oh, never mind then.
Enough about that. There is one more topic we have to go through, and
yes,
it's by popular demand. So we've been posting reels of clips of our podcast, and Nick puts them on Facebook. I then move them over to TikTok.
Tiki-taki.
And this particular one about the monorail went absolutely viral.
So, yeah, let's preface a little bit about how this all came up. So, what happened was a couple weeks ago when I was at the park, I saw, and again, you guys can watch back in the live streams. I was doing a really late night stream with my brother-in-law, Julio. Shout out, Julio. We were there pretty late, and we ended up going on the resort loop because we wanted to go to the resorts. So we had an amazing cast member there, and I'd have to look back at the video to see his name. And again, he wasn't even talking to us. I just happened to catch this. And you could hear him in this whole discussion he's got going on there. But he was talking about the monorails and how they had how in Disney's mind, and again, this is not, we don't speak for the brand or the company. I want to make that very clear. And I'm not saying that, this is insider information or anything, but he was saying it's much easier for them to buy another ferry boat than it would be to buy another monorail. And we talked about a couple weeks ago that makes sense because of how much the monorail fleet would be. And then we stemmed into a whole like debatable topic about how the monorails are even operating, because right now there's a lot of them that are having issues with their computers and how they're not stopping even, or they're throwing errors because they're getting stuck on the track. All different topics, but we wanted to get down to the nitty gritty of what we can find online. This is same stuff you guys could find if you looked around. And this is what we know right now. And again, this is not, we don't speak for the brand or the company. This is just us talking about what we've found so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, so going into that, there's a couple different fleets that we've had. The original fleet started back, it was the Mark IV fleet that started back in 1971. It ran to 1991. There's a picture of it there. They were designed by Bob Gurr, shocker on that, and Mark and Marietta. If you guys know who Bob Gurr is, he's a legend amongst Disney and everything like that. He does a lot of signings. He still goes to the parks even at Disneyland all the time. It's awesome. But they opened with the resort on October 1st, 1971. And the fleet started originally with 10 trains, 10 trains, each with 5 cars long. And then there was also 2 additional trains, Lime and Coral, that were added in 1984, bringing the total up to 12. It kind of brought in that Learjet look and feel and all that. And it was a pretty significant design, especially at the time. But then as time went on, electronics advanced, we got a new fleet.
Before you do that, I did want to show this picture of the old console that they used to use to drive the monorails on this original fleet, which were not automated. They did drive these by hand.
Yes, which kind of will get us into our next setup in a minute or two here. But yeah, that is the old style. You can see there's another person in there. They used to let you go ahead and actually ride in the front of there.
Yes, I meant to ask my mom to find the picture of me riding in the front of the monorail when I was a kid.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. I can't remember if I ever got the opportunity to go ahead and do it, but it was really, really cool. They used to let you go do it. And they used to drive it by hand. That's a picture of what the console looked like. And it was very, very basic. You're going, you start, stop. And again, these are all electric vehicles. We'll get to more about how it works in just a minute. But that is the console right there. We'll probably be referencing that in just a minute too here. But yeah, so from there, the fleet was, most of them were scrapped, but 2 sets, Coral and Lime, were refurbished and sold to become the original trains for the Las Vegas monorail in 1995, which is kind of crazy to think about. And then the transition happened. In 1989, we had the Mark VI debut, which they began to modernize it. And this is what we know today is our monorail. So we had a new manufacturer that were built by Bombardier Transportation. And they started with the first train, which was Monorail Blue, which began carrying guests in December of 1989. They kind of started to phase these in over time. The process took about 2 years, with the final Mark VI or final Mark IV train retired in 1991. So this wasn't like a immediate, everyth's gone, here we go. They brought him in slowly. That is an amazing picture, and we're gonna talk about that in a minute. Actually,
sorry, I didn't mean to jump to it.
No, you're perfect, because it shows all different colors. So there are 12 monorails in the fleet. We got red, coral, orange, yellow, gold, lime, green, blue, silver, black, teal, peach, that are in the whole fleet. So I'm not just saying that these are on one specific line or anything like that. And the fleet improved capacity. The trains are now 6 cars long, about 203 feet. They have a taller interior, which increases capacity by about 30%. Modern doors were brought in. So these are the ones that actually are pneumatic, that you hear, psst, and they start slamming one after another, and they say, please stand clear of the doors. So they brought that into play. And the whole overall ride quality became improved, because now they have air conditioning in them and enhanced suspension for a smoother ride. And the Mark IV originally had an all analog based control system, which was totally modernized back in 2007 with the LMCU2 electronic system. So this gets us into our modern day automation here. Okay. So this is from 2014 and on. They upgraded the monorail to have more highly accurate sensors that now control speed, braking, stopping, and everything at the stations. That's a picture of one of the consoles you see. That actually looks like the express one over at Magic Kingdom. That's exactly what that is on the far end. And basically what this means is now everything's a lot more automated. Things can happen without an operator having to go, start, stop. It's you put it in auto mode. When it gets too close to a train, it stops. We pull into a station, it automatically will line up, and that sort of thing. We'll get into more of that in just a second, but it really got rid of the shake that we used to have in the older cars and all that, and the older fleet. But very consistent schedules now, faster track switching too. We'll get into that in a minute. Real-time arrival information, so now we really know what's happening with the whole fleet at all times. So pilot is still in control, guys. They are still in the front cab. This was something that got a lot of heat on especially on TikTok. They do still have control, but it's in a supervisory role at this point. They monitor the control panels, but they have to still be ready to go ahead and override the system, handle emergencies, manage unusual operational situations. They can sound the horn. You hear it on Soarin. At the end, when you hear that burp, burp, and it kind of sounds like a boat going by, that's literally what that is. That's the monorail horns. It kind of sounds a little funky. But the next little bit too is that all the monorail cast members we found out from our cast member friend on the live stream, they're all trained to go do all of these positions. So if you see a cast member working on the platform, they have to know how to do the platform. They have to know how to be an operator of the monorail. Station guard is another one. Again, I don't know what the proper terms are for any of these, but they have a lot of responsibility on them. You'll see in that picture right there on the left, there's that button that's hanging down from that gentleman's belt right there. That is a emergency kill switch. If anyone ever gets too close to the track, they are responsible for hitting that. Now, I would imagine there's a lot of repercussions when that happens.
Yeah.
Because the whole system shuts down. So, again, there is a reason why these guys have to have nerves of steel, a lot of responsibility. That's what they do. They even have fun 3D printing cases for them now, so they can wear them kind of how they want. But yeah, that was the gentleman we were talking to. He was wearing that, and he was explaining to us, this button shuts everything down. If someone goes, past the gates, we can go ahead and immediately shut it off. And that sort of thing. So platform controls, they also have to show up really, really early, by the way. Jared, could you go back to that, the garage there?
Mm-hmm.
So that right there, guys, is the garage that all of the monorails are in. This is a really old photo, but their shift starts early, guys. They start between 3 to 4 a.m. to start pulling these trains out and getting them ready for the day for you guys. They also, you got to keep in mind, they also have to bring the one out for EPCOT and all that, which is a whole other line. So they are immediately doing track switching like crazy, which is just wild to think about. And Jared, you have that picture of the map that we talked about the other day?
Yeah.
I do want to point out, the cast member told us that once they finish Villains Land, you'll probably be able to see it in the back on the top there, that square. That's where it is, guys. So it's a little wild to think about that once they clear a lot of those trees, you very well might be able to see where the monorail comes out in the morning. Obviously there won't be anything really going on there during the day, but it's just cool to know where they go at the end of the day to be housed and all that. Everything in Magic Kingdom is kind of away from everything else, and that's done on purpose. So it's just cool to go ahead and see what's behind it from time to time. So on the platform, they have they now control the train dispatch from the platform. They have integrated control panels that signal when the boarding is complete. So again, all automated, guys. Once dispatched, the train's automatic departure sequence begins. So this is the doors closing. This is the gates closing. This is full send. This is what's happening. But anyways, Jared, take us in. What is the system that everything is ran off of? What is it called?
Yeah, so that's called the MAPO system, which is the foundation of the monorail. I believe that.
Dude, that sounds kind of like a funny name. Does that have anything to do with something?
Yes, I believe it has to do with Mary Poppins. It comes from Mary Poppins, so M-A, Mary, and P-O, Poppins, so they call it the MAPO system.
Very nice.
So yeah, it's actually a very interesting system. It sits on top of the older. Apparently, there's the system sits on top of the older MAPO safety system. So they've done some enhancements over time. It's a moving block light system. How it works is the 15-mile monorail track is divided into blocks, and sensors detect if a train is in the block ahead of it. So the pilot in the front of the monorail will see colored lights on their dashboard indicating the safe distances they are from another train. So if it's green, it'll be a clear track. Amber will be another approaching train, or red, it's too close ahead. If a train enters the red zone, the system cuts propulsion automatically, emergency brakes activates, and cast members at each station with an EPO are to de-energize at any time should an incident occur. We talked about that, yes.
Yeah, so EPO, emergency power off, guys. This is like the big red safety switch. I will note, too, that on a lot, and again, we don't speak for the Brander Company, but there's a lot of discussion on different forums that say, if you have to hit red more than like once and the train shuts down like that, it's pretty much the end of you operating a monorail. Because again, like we said, when a full shutdown has to occur, I mean, there's a lot of resets that have to happen in any industry. I can only imagine what happens in something like this.
Wow. Yeah, I can imagine. And one fun fact on the MAPO, apparently the money to develop that system came from the profits from Mary Poppins movie. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the rumor at least.
Yeah, no, from what I've read, that is definitely in line with that.
Yeah.
But guys, yeah, as far as the rest of this, how it all works, each monorail, the Mark 6 ones have 6 cars. They're all powered by 8 electric motors producing about 113 horsepower. That's over 900 horsepower per train, which is wild to think about. Now, the train, again, this is why we want an EPO to go ahead and kill the power. It draws over 600 volts of electricity on bus bars on the side of a concrete beam. You do not want to touch, they say not touch a third rail in the subway or something like that. You never, ever want to touch that. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
You will be glowing, to say the least, which is why, again, they hit that button. I have to imagine, considering the way the tracks are all interconnected, that the power for the entire system will go off. So that being said, yeah, don't ever have to be in that situation. But it's really cool, though. It moves you around between the parks, which is so awesome. And I did learn, too, that apparently there was original plans drawn up to actually have the monorail go through World Showcase.
Wow.
They actually, I guess, had it set up where they could have put it in the like right next to like the walkways, I guess, all the way around. It just never came to fruition. Mainly, I think, because of cost. I think. I don't know. These are just some things I had heard up, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if they had that. If you've never taken the monorail through EPCOT, by the way, highly recommend. I only started doing it recently. It is just so cool. You get to go through the park, go see the inside of it, and then go back out. It's just so awesome. But yeah, so why hasn't Disney bought a new fleet?
Excellent question, Nicholas.
Well, take us into it, man.
So there's some speculation. I think some of this is fact, some of it's speculation. The Mark 6 fleet was designed to last a long time, multiple decades, and we've obviously seen Disney renovate them over the years rather than invest in a whole new fleet, which is a lot more cost effective. And again, buying a new set of trains would be a boatload of money for them. They'd rather just put that money in a boat. There's
a lot of companies that still make like ferry boats, guys. It's definitely not out of the question to get another one of those.
Yeah, I remember they just redid the interior about maybe 2 years ago. So
the monorail?
The monorail interior. They only redid it like 2 years ago, I think. It wasn't that
it's definitely
long
not bad.
ago.
It looks nice.
No, it does look nice. Disney is also decided to invest in other forms of transportation, like the Skyliner. That's still only has been around for so long and is a huge success for them. So I could obviously see them investing in something like that before buying a whole new fleet of monorails. And the last piece is what everyone mentions, is that Bombardier Transportation no longer exists, as the company was sold to Alstom, which I feel like isn't the best excuse. I'm like, okay, then Alstom could probably
they have the plans for it now. Just make one.
Yeah,
it's not.
I don't really think that's an excuse, but it's interesting. But Nick, do you have any other ideas why you wouldn't want a new monorail system, other than it's iconic in the way that it is? And I have so much merchandise around the current monorail, I'd be heartbroken if they took it away. But
no, I feel like I need to get like that 3D printed track system to go around like my office. I think
cool.
I really want to. I've been sleeping on getting the monorail set recently. I know you already got yours, so you're good. But yeah, no, as far as that, man, I don't know. I feel like the great part about the monorails is not a whole lot that can really go down on them. It's more of sensors and computers, which can be replaced. And I'd have to say, this fleet really is iconic. I don't know. I don't know necessarily how I feel about it if they were to decide to renovate it. All I got to say is we talked about this kind of off the off script here, that the other parks all have them. Even the newer parks. So I think we have Tokyo, or Hong Kong. Is it? No, not
there's only one other park that has Tokyo. A monorail, and it's Tokyo. Yeah.
No, there's also Disneyland.
Oh shoot!
Or DCA.
Yes, Disneyland is the first to have a monorail. How I always forget about that one because it doesn't.
It's so small.
It does it's like the amount of space you go. It's like there's even a point of getting on it. It's I don't know. It does bring you pretty far into Disneyland, but it's never like I'm like, oh really? It's not a time saver. I feel like it's the step.
Every time I see a picture of it, I'm like, that exists there. Why?
I forget about it. That's the more iconic one of the two of them, which is funny.
Yeah, and they all look different too, which is crazy. I mean, that's where I'm like, I don't know. I feel like they definitely could. Change it up, I guess, and do a different fleet, but I don't know. It's unique.
The Disneyland one is also smaller, and you sit like back to back with people, and you look out the sides. It's very interesting.
Oh. So let me ask you this: are you a stander or a sitter when it comes to the monorail?
I usually stand and give my seat to the younger ones. But
well, that's a very gentlemanly thing to say. But after a long day at the parks, man, let's see you at the monorail by yourself.
On that seat.
What are you doing? You're putting it on the seat. Okay.
Yeah.
For me personally, I can't manage to usually sit down until I'm ready to like crash, or like if I absolutely have to. So I'm always a stander. It doesn't matter what time of day or night.
That's
I'm
true.
like, oh, all right, we'll do it. If I sit down, I can't get up again. Fun fact, though, you mentioned the Skyliner. Yes, we'd love to see more areas of the Skyliner goes to. I think my favorite thing, and again, shout out Tyler, Daily Fast Pass crew. My favorite thing lately we've been doing is every time he hops on the Skyliner, we kind of make a challenge of all of us to try to get him to laugh or say something like really, really just weird to people in the car with him. So one time we told him, we're like, you should tell people that you have like, 5,000 of your closest friends in this little box that you're holding on your grip. And you hear him just kind of laugh. He's like, he gets off and he's like, guys, he said, that was so hard not to laugh. He's like, come on. It's so funny. We talked one time about honey mustard pockets. It just, again, go check his stuff out. It's so fun. We have a blast with it. And I hang out there a lot. So if you catch me in the chat, please say hi. DVC Marky Mark, I see you in the chat. Don't you worry. I know you're always there. Anyways, but yeah, dude, those are some amazing pictures you got right there. That's awesome.
Yeah, I figured it was a good excuse to show off some of my favorite shots I've taken of monorails over the years.
As I'm just keep rambling, he's just like, "Oh, that picture looks nice. That one looks good
nice
too. I like that
picture. Yeah.
Nice monorail picture."
I hope you guys got something out of this. If you have any more thoughts, or you think we're totally wrong, feel free to yell at us in the comments. I have no problem with that. Again, this is only stuff that we found on the internet or Nick heard from that cast member at Walt Disney World. So like,
if you don't believe me, go watch the live stream, please.
Right.
Go rewatch it.
We don't represent the company. We're just having fun with it. It seemed like a big topic. Everyone wanted to talk about more. So we're like, you know what? Let's do a segment. Let's do some research. Let's see what we can find.
We're just two dudes that like Roosevelt's and Disney.
It's true.
What can we say? and everything in between, guys. And seriously, we appreciate you guys coming back each and every week. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, guys. It's free to do at no cost to you, and we greatly appreciate the support more than you guys will know. Again, lots of big changes coming, lots of fun stuff in the works. Appreciate the debates you guys are sparking. Sorry we're a day late and you guys didn't get a little teaser clip. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. I don't know. Sleepy free tonight, people. But yeah, be a lot of fun. But I think with that, hang on, I got to cue it up because he'll yell at me if I don't. We will go ahead and say we will see you all in the future. Take care, guys.
See you in the future.